So what's happened today is something pretty huge that I don't know if you guys would know. Polar Rush was the first ever summit in the game. By the way, a couple of updates. I'm halfway through, I'd say half is being generous. I'm through slightly doing this wall, and I turned the Supra into an RX-7, and I also got the family. Okay, back to the summit. So, like I was saying, welcome back. My name is Sid. Subscribe and whatnot. What's up in this one? Let me see. GOC format, coupe, anything new? No. Oh, that's a cool nitro. What? Why is that such a cool nitro? I thought it was just gonna be this topper, which is so flat that it's pointless. It's borderline pointless. But that's a cool nitro. Obviously, this, if you didn't know, this is a Rainbow Six Siege collab. This is a summit vehicle, but this right here is the first summit ever in the game. When the summit was first added, I think almost 2 years, 3 years now? What was added in the first year? So about 3 years ago is when we had this summit added to the game. That's absolutely insane. Like, unironically, absolutely insane. And because of it, there's another huge thing, and that is the fact that the tires are one of the rarest tires in the game. I thought I'd play the summit today, you know, just to give you lot the tips and tricks to play the summit, of course, like I normally do on summit videos, but also because, you know, maybe they'll feel a bit of nostalgia. I don't think I would. I don't really remember where to go on this escape. I'm gonna follow the route I vaguely remember. Okay, why am I so bad? Why? Where's the traction? Where is the traction? Is it snowing? Is that what it is? No. I just had zero traction. Oh, okay, come on now. Any traction. Please, thank you. And keep it going. This is not the best way, I don't think. But it's not the best. It's just not going the worst. We're not using a muddy set, which is kind of dumb. Ow. Do I even try to get to the road? Is that what I'm doing here? I don't even know what I'm doing here, honestly. I think I get to the road and then get to a different road. Bloody, the story of every escape in the game. Okay, well, we beat that score, I guess. Everything's a pink fog. Yeah, you get to that road and then you drive on that road and then that's it. That was complicated. Okay, you know what? I'm probably just gonna do that on stream properly. I vaguely remember this escape. There's probably like a new route by now. Oh, that is stinky. Oh no. I'm going a completely different way right now. I'm honestly just following the vague directions of a ghost that I've completely lost. Oh wait, I know this route from here. What was that? That was insane. What was that tree luck? That was mental. But I'm fairly certain the guy who's, oh, you're kidding. And then I do stuff like that. The person who's doing this run is doing it in the Chiron though. I mean, this thing definitely helps with the off-road because I've got the parts on it. But if that's just the route, that's more doable. Okay, we've actually got here in a slightly timely manner. Okay, this is definitely a route for something like the Chiron. Because you need to be ahead. Like, honestly, maybe either an Alpha GP car or the Chiron. The Chiron, really. But whatever, what did that get us? Tell me that got like a few more points. Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever, I'll get better later. I don't know. I don't know if I recognize much, because I wasn't amazing. This is not the plane I want to be in. Here we go. I wasn't amazingly into the Crew 2, and the other thing is if you watch, now that I'm going to bring it up, people might go and watch it, which would just be bad. If you watch some of my old Summit videos, like I did one on the TDF and I did one on the Magma edition the first time round that they were around, or maybe it was the second time round, I don't even know. But I did streams on those, and they were just like The gameplay was shocking. Absolutely shocking. Okay. Yeah, okay, good. Yes. It's horrendous. It was horrendous. I don't know how I was getting away with getting platinum back in those days. Platinum. It's like watching old Fortnite, right? Like, you can look at old Fortnite and be like, oh my god, I'm trash there. But everyone else was trash. So, by cancelling out, you were just an average player. I mean, not you specifically. You stank at Fortnite back in the day. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. You know who you are. Right. Oh, I do remember this one, though. Honestly, I'm just going to use the Chiron for this one. It makes the most sense. It might not be the right one, though, but whatever. Because the thing is, this one is right after a turn. And you have to max out your speed on... It's annoying. It's annoying is what it is. It's literally right after a turn. But this is a car that can make a turn at some decent speed. So, exactly 250. Oh, okay. Okay. And that got us... Oh. Ew. I'll deal with it later. And the absolute meta for Alpha GP, which is this thing, so the KTM Expo R. In fact, it seems people are using the normal Expo R instead of the upgraded one. I don't know if that's maybe because they don't let you. It says no restrictions, so does it? Okay, you can use the speed racing ed, but apparently everyone's using this one for some reason. So maybe it's better. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, snow. Does that mean it's, oh, bloody snowing? That's not good. Maybe that's what's making it, this be the best. Is this one better on snow? I don't know. But I know that it handles very well and very nice. Okay, this is a very fun track. In a very fun car for the track. Oh, I'm dead to say that I'm maybe having a bit of fun with this one. Even though it's in the snow. It is new snow, I guess, you know. I mean, I guess this is an interesting time to bring back a summit like this, because I'm assuming the rest of it's going to be in snow too. And what that does is it shows off the new snow as compared to the old snow. You know, there's a lot more like, I want to say like a crystally formation. Maybe it's not crystally, maybe like cracks on the road. You can obviously see the new, not really on this thing, but there's the new, obviously, snow texture on cars. I don't think there's anything different with wheel, and I don't know if the actual, like, particle effect has changed, but, you know, new snow, which is nice, I guess. And just like that, that is finished. Easy 155. I think that's kind of good. Maybe. What? 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 Huh? What? Oh! It's bugged! What have they done to the summits, man? What have they done to them? This is bugged too? Okay. Let's maybe not everything's bugged. Maybe it's not everything. Okay, so let's hop in our Proto Mark II. Here we go, off in the Proto Mark II, and honestly, I just want to get this one done so I can see if all the events are bugged to low point scoring. Because it would be, be very funny if only skipping one summit, they bugged something up in the summit again. That would be very, very funny. Yeah, it's a powerboat event. There really isn't anything to sugarcoat or even content created anyway. There's just sort of like, yeah, just like play the powerboat event and then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, basically. Oh, and we did actually score a normal amount of points for that one. And it seems people are scoring normal amount of points for that one. And this one. And this one, definitely, because that's drift. Okay, so it's just the one this time. It's just the one. It's always the one event that's bugged out in some way. Now, of all the BMWs they could have chosen, they picked the M5, one of the most mundane BMWs in the entire game. It's rather comical, in fact. Okay, it's kind of zippy, though. I've obviously got a maxed out part set on it. The old Nitro Chemist. I know this event. It's obviously in the snow. Okay. Now, this summit was back when we'd get a new event for every summit as well. It was a bunch of big stuff back then, you know. The updates weren't Motorpass themed, you know. It was some next level stuff, really. Some next level stuff. The back of the car gets very white with the new snow. Honestly, I'm kind of enjoying driving this thing. It does give me an older vibe to the Crew 2, you know, like the throwback, but honestly, that might just be the nostalgia sort of placeboing itself in. I know this is an old summit that I have played before. I don't know if it's too accurate to what it was before. I mean, I would assume it's the exact same events. I hope I'm not being lied to here. This somehow isn't the summit I think it is. But as far as I'm aware, this is in fact Polar Rush, the summit that has come back to the game after like 3 years. So it's I'm assuming it's that. Hopefully. I think. Let's hope. I mean, there you go. I guess it's snow, it's slightly slidey, we've got BMWs, and we're driving, I guess. There's... What do you want me to do? Sweet. I suppose I don't know, where there's tips to give, I'll give the tips, you know. What have we got next? Something I can give tips for? Yes! In fact, I can give a whole damn guide for this one, because I've made a damn guide for this one, because this is Drift, which, if you don't know, I have a very intuitive guide on how to get the best drift runs. I'm going to be doing a little bit of it right here, so you'll see it for yourself, but this is the general consensus, right? You want the BMW Z4. Here we go. Oh, it's this bad event. Oh. I don't even know if I'm bothered if it's this cringe event. But you want to do this, basically. You want to go HUD view and then use the handbrake method, which, like I said, I have a guide on. If I remember, I will put it in the description. If it's not in the description, comment telling me to put it in the description. But, I'll probably be asleep by then, honestly. But, okay, please. There we go. This is the method to use. I give a guide on it. What it does is it completely, it prolongs your drifts by a lot. You can get bigger chains for drifts. You get more points the longer you stay on one single slide. And what this does is it, you know, it lengthens the slide, meaning more points, meaning just means more points, which means more points, really. There we go. We just about missed out on 800k, but we're close enough that I could easily play it again and get there. I don't know if the snow helps or doesn't help, but you can see we're so close in points that it really doesn't matter. We literally wouldn't need to touch this event ever again, really. Rally Raid, no restrictions. Damn, they really didn't go wild on the restrictions, did they? Or maybe that's just... No, I think it just got lucky with a few like that. Now, ain't this a very unclassic sight in a very classic event, in a very classic summit? Because, of course, like I say, this is the first summit that was ever in the game, but we're using an interception unit, which is most definitely very, very, very recent, because the interception unit, Ford Raptor, is outrageously overpowered, easily the best rally raid vehicle. So it's interesting that, like, what would have been the meta at this point? Like, the 959, is that the Porsche, is that what the Porsche is called? The 959 would have been the meta around this time, no? I believe so. I can't think of anything else around that same area. So we would have been using the 959 had this been actually the time of the summit, but instead we're now using something a lot more reliable. I mean, same with the KTM. What it would have been, I don't even know if the Mark X was out by then. Like, maybe the Proto Mark II we would have been using? So, Proto Mark II, instead of what we did use, the Expo, the 959 instead of this thing, it's you know what, times change. I mean, drift would have probably just been the RX-7 doing normal drifting. And now it's the Z4 hood view doing handbrake method. How the turntables. There is a little bit of a shortcut coming up. I think it still works and is there. I don't know how prominent it would have been when the Summit was out the first time around, but there's this right here. You do it a lot cleaner. You're going wider, going tighter, whatever. I know that's the most instantly contradictory statement. Okay, I haven't slept. I'm trying to reset my sleep cycle so I don't just upload reaction video after reaction video after reaction video because I haven't gotten enough sleep. You know, that's why there's been a reaction video or two. It's because I keep waking up too late that I don't have enough time to film a proper video before I go to the gym. So instead, I'll do a reaction video. Hopefully, that should be gone with. And now I should be back to it, but whatever. That's some SidWaj lore. Update it, I guess, if you really want. Let's do this last event. Oh, and would you look at that? The RB14 would have been out around this time. So, the actual car you would have used for... Okay, why does this feel kind of fun? The actual car you would have used for that 1 Alpha GP event would have been the Disruption Edition. See, I think until the Tractor F1 car... And I think the Tractor F1 car is the only one to not conform to this. Every single new addition to Alpha GP has been the new best Alpha GP. So we had the RB13 and the Mark II to begin with. Then and the Mark II was the meta out of those two. Then we get the RB14 and Disruption Edition. RB14 and Disruption Edition. Instant the best two cars. Okay, what is the snow on this? The snow doesn't know what to do here. Then we got the Mark X, instantly overpowered. And we got the Tractor, but then we got the KTM, instantly the best. The Tractor is, in fact, the only car to not be a meta hypercar. A hypercar? I really haven't gotten enough sleep. Alpha GP car. I mean, an F1 car in the streets of New York. There's Summit. I mean, in the snow. You could consider the snow as a thing here, but it really is just like it's an iconic Crew 2 site, you know, especially way back in the day. Just the idea of driving an F1 car in the open world was like one of the big selling things for the Crew 2, and obviously, they put it in their first official Summit. So, there you go. And, speaking of... Oh, my. That's it. That is Polar Rush, the first ever Summit in the game, bringing back one of the rarest vanities in the game. And that puts us at 95th to end the Summit video in the top 100. Not that bad at all. Thank you to popular members, special thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star member Pro Noob, and an even bigger insane thank you to the Icon members, Dustin for the love of life, and Eddie Gonzalez. In a bit.